Welcome to the discussion of Edexcel IAS Accounting Examination 2016 October session. Question number 4. This paper is easy on average, leading to quite normal grade boundaries. The paper is centered around questions from financial statements of a sole trader, correction of errors, ratio analysis, non-profit making organizations, costing, and depreciation of non-current assets. In this video, we will be discussing question 4 of them. This is an optional question in section B from the topic of non-profit making organizations. First, you should read this question carefully and obtain a rough idea of this question. The key points that can be gathered from this question are that it's about Sandy Bay Social Club. The club has both options of life membership and annual membership given to its members. Having understood the question in brief, now let us see what Part A asks us. Part A asks us to explain two differences between the receipts and payments account and the income and expenditure account. In this case, we have to state a difference and give an additional explanation point for each of them. Here is a sample answer for this. Receipts and payments account is the cash book of a club, where all cash receipts and payments of a certain period are recorded, whereas the income and expenditure account is the income statement of a club, where all income and expenses related to the club's main activity of a certain period are recorded. Receipts and payments account is prepared on cash basis, leading to a balance carried down at the end of the time period, which is transferred to the statement of financial position at the end of the financial period. However, income and expenditure account is an account prepared on accruals basis, newly for each financial period, in order to calculate the surplus or deficit of the club. The yellow highlights in this case are the differences, whereas the green highlights are the explanatory points. Part 1 of B asks us to prepare the subscriptions account for the year ended 31st August 2016. In this case, it is just a T account that you have to prepare. Now, when entering the figures into the subscriptions account, first go through the whole question and mark down all the information relevant to the subscriptions account. In this case, remember, we record only annual subscriptions in this account. No lifetime subscriptions will be considered here. Now start recording them one by one. First, the opening and closing balances should be recorded. Considering them, subscriptions in advance means we have received subscriptions for the next year also. Therefore, it is a liability. Liabilities have a credit balance brought forward and debit balance carried down. Therefore, 350 of subscriptions in advance will be on the credit side and 530 will be on the debit side as balance carried down. In contrary, subscription in arrears means subscriptions relevant for the year, which we haven't received yet. In this case, 900 of subscription in arrears should be recorded as balance brought forward in the debit side, since it is an asset. And the 700 will be recorded on the credit side as balance carried down. After entering the opening and closing balances, the next relevant information are the amounts received and not received. 4,250 of subscriptions received and banked should be credited in the subscriptions account, since the double entry goes as bank debit, subscriptions credit. Next, the question states, out of the subscriptions in arrears on 1st September 2015, which is 900, 630 were received and the remaining is irrecoverable. That means 900 minus 630 is irrecoverable debts. Irrecoverable debts account should be debited in this case since it's an expense, which means the subscriptions account should be credited. Having recorded all of the information related to the subscriptions account, now you should balance it off and calculate the subscriptions figure to be transferred to the income and expenditure account. Part 2 of B asks us to prepare the life membership account. In this case, once again you have to draw a simple T account and identify the information relevant to the life membership. In this case, information 2 has all details about life membership. When entering them in the life membership account, the opening balance on 1st September 2015 should be recorded on the credit side, since life membership is an income account. Next, subscriptions received and banked should be credited in the subscriptions account. This is because when you receive subscriptions, you should debit the bank account and credit the subscriptions account. Finally, the 10% transfer of life membership at the end of the year should be done. In this case, first we should total the life membership collected and transfer 10% of that to the income and expenditure account. In this case, since life membership is an income, the double entry will be life membership debit and income and expenditure account credit. The remaining balance in the life membership account will be the balance carried down. Part C of the question asks us to calculate the accumulated fund at 31st August 2016. Accumulated fund is the capital in a non-profit making organization. So we should apply the basic accounting equation here. The difference between the assets and liabilities at 31st August 2016 is the accumulated fund. In this case, we should use the third information. All those highlighted in yellow are the assets, whereas the others which are not highlighted are the liabilities. Part D asks us to prepare the Statement of Financial Position, or the SOFP, at 31st August 2016. So, we should first draw the format of the SOFP. Then, enter all the closing balances of assets and liabilities at 31st August 2016. All of this information are found in Additional Information 3. Going through this, subscriptions in advance is a current liability. Subscriptions in arrears is a current asset. Life membership subscriptions balance, which is on the credit side of the life membership T account, is a non-current liability. This is because lifetime membership subscriptions are relevant for more than a year. Next, the clubhouse should be recorded as a non-current asset. 5% of bank loan becomes a non-current liability. Trade payables are considered as current liabilities. Bank is a current asset since it is a debit balance. Finally, accrued expenses should be recorded as current liabilities. After entering all of them, the accumulated fund calculated in Part C should be recorded under Finance by. Now, it is just a matter of totaling up the figures in the SOFP. Part E of the question asks us to evaluate the case for the club offering life membership. Since this question is for 6 marks, we should write 1 point for and 1 point against, each with a cause and effect point. Then we should provide a strong conclusion. Here is a sample answer. Life membership is good because it gives a positive cash inflow initially. In this case, the club can make use of this lump sum amount to buy non-current assets, to settle the bank loan, or for expansion purpose. Further, life membership ties the members to the club in the long term. This is good for the club because it reduces irrecoverable debts. This saves time spent in chasing behind the subscriptions in arrears. Furthermore, when there is a life membership, it will be a discounted sum than the annual subscriptions. Therefore, new members can get easily attracted. However, life membership creates a non-current liability. Thereby, the club has to be committed to provide the service in the long run. Additionally, the Life membership doesn't bring in cash as annual subscriptions. This is because Life membership is discounted. In conclusion, it is good for the Sandy Bay Social Club to offer Life membership. Considering this answer, the yellow highlights are the fresh points and green highlights are the cause and effect points. Coming to the end of 2016 October question 4 discussion, stay tuned for the next video on question 5 regarding costing. Do not forget to share this discussion with your colleagues and comment if you have any questions or requests. You can find the link to the question paper in the description of this video. Good luck at your examinations. Have a great day.